Good morning. Welcome to wet Winnipeg. Started raining last night about, well, I guess early this morning around 4 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. The weather office does say though that there's a 30% chance of showers this afternoon, so that means there's a 70% chance that it won't be. So I might be able to get out today after all. But first thing this morning I thought, this is going to be another day that I don't get out, which is rare. Now when I say get out, I mean for a quick scoot. All right, I was noticing this morning that our weevil, which apparently this is supposed to be a weevil, is still alive. And when I went grocery shopping yesterday, I bought a bunch of celery. Celery was on sale. When does produce go on sale lately here in Superstore? They usually double the price when I hit the door. Anyway, don't worry, that snap, that was just a fly flew into the fly zapper. It still makes me jump though. Even though I've heard it probably 1,000 times. Okay, now, where was I? Oh yeah, so our weevil is still alive and crawling around in here. And so I took a little leaf of celery and I put it in Gabe's specimen container here. And apparently, from what I understand, those weevils, they'll last about a year or half a year. They have quite a long lifespan. So, hey, how often do I get a genuine weevil in the house? I wonder where it came from. You know, when I stop to think of where it ended up in my water cooler or in my water filter, it had to come from outside somewhere. So that meant it crawled around and found its way up the counter, and it'd be interesting to know what path it actually took to get there. It just didn't all of a sudden suddenly appear. It's not like somebody took and put it in there. It had to come from outside somewhere. So it's kind of interesting when you think about it. For the size of it, it probably went the equivalent of 20 miles or more. Anyway, how did we get onto that? Okay, these 9 pieces right here, 3 of which we put together yesterday, all go together. And I think they should all go together before we spray them. And so I was thinking, well, what color do we spray them? So I was checking the painting and marking guide here, and it looks like it's supposed to be the number 336, which is sort of a greeny gray. You know, it's I had thought that these engines would have been more of a green, but apparently not, at least according to Trumpeter. I should, for the fun of it, go and re-look at that walkthrough of the submarine that's in Lebeau, which, if you haven't seen it, is absolutely excellent. Maybe if I think of it, I'll put the link and attach it to the well, you can find it yourself. Just Google submarine Lebeau, and you're gonna be able to find it. But go to the YouTube site to do your search. You'll find it for sure then. Anyway, and take a look at the motor, because I know that they actually walk right between the 2 engines. Like there was 2 of these things. Now in the model we're only going to be making 1, but on the real sub there was 2 side by side, and there was very little, you might call it shoulder room between the 2. They were quite close together. So you can see what color they are as best I remember, but my memory sort of thinks of sort of a darker green. But hey, and this piece here that has the piece of photo etch in it. One of the viewers had suggested that we should paint that piece of photo etch before we put it in place, and it looks to me, as near as I can tell, that it's black. Maybe I'll put the macro lens on and look nice and close here. I did find it. Anyway, we'll look later. Yeah, and then the rest of these pieces, we'll get them somehow stuck on the end of little these thingies, and that seems to work out really, really well. Some of them I might actually be able to use Chris's alligator clips on, although I don't know. Yeah, this one I will. Yeah, where it plugs, where the part plugs into the, and will be out of sight. That'd work really good. I guess I don't need to do everything on camera. I'm just sort of curious now. How would it go? Yeah, that'll work just great. In fact, what am I thinking of? These pieces here, they're going to be all glued together as one mini module, and I could just, grab the module like you see right here. That'll work out just fine. Okay, but some of these other pieces, they might not be too conducive for that. Well, we'll see. We'll worry about it. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let's move on today. No sunrise, of course. The walkers did come by. What else? Okay, I think we pretty well covered all the usual bases here. We're ready for Missy the dog. She should be out any time. Apparently she was suffering from sleep deprivation, or whatever you call it, yesterday, according to Max. she was getting rangy in the house. So they concluded she just wasn't getting her sleep like she was supposed to. Apparently, that particular breed of dog is supposed to, get a lot of sleep. I think cats do too. I'm not sure. I don't have a cat, so I don't need to worry about it. If I wasn't, I think that in all likelihood, if I wasn't making this model and having this model table out all the time like this, I probably would have a cat. I've had a cat before. A cat, you don't have to take it out and walk it in the wintertime. Mind you, we had to scoop the litter box. At one time we had 3 cats, all at the same time. And for many years there was 2. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, just sort of company. I don't know. I think I mentioned this before, but the only thing I think I'll get now, because of the model table, would be a bird. Just so that there's another life in the house besides mine and the weevil. Okay, let's get at it here. Yeah, let's put this piece together. I think we've got this cleaned up. There might be, after the seams are put together, there might be a few little seams that have to be sort of scraped down because the glue will have oozed out and made a mess. But we'll see. Let's put this together. Hello, Missy. It's wet, is it?
I didn't even try her.
Too wet for you, Missy? Eh? Is it too wet for you? Okay, what do we got here? Oh, I gotta get it out of the bag. Yes, there we go. There's a little piece right there. No, oh, that's not a piece. What is that? Oh, you dragged that in from outside, did you? Yeah, is that what happened? So you're gonna go and have breakfast now? Is it too wet to go and sit with Max?
Short visit.
Yeah, short visit. A short visit.
Missy house? Thanks, Rod.
See ya.
Yeah.
Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. We'll go edit that later. Now we'll glue some stuff together. Okay. Now I have wet my whistle. Now these three pieces here we put together yesterday. And they're the ones that have that little tiny indicator. Or dial. Yeah, dial, that's the word I was looking for. We should put the micro lens on and see how much the that glue had evaporated, because I'm sure there were some people that thought there was way too much glue, and I think actually there was, now that I think about it. I don't think it matters what order we put this stuff together, as long as we put it together right. For instance, this back piece right here, okay, it's going to go okay, this is kind of has to go like this. And it should, this is the first time I'm actually trying it, so it fits really nice, very nice. I think we just add a little bit of extra thin to the seam and let it wick its way around, and yeah, I think that's going to work just fine here. Let's recompose a little bit and do that. Maybe we'll stick on the macro lens, get in nice and close. Got a little bit much there, didn't I? Good thing that evaporates. Okay. I try and wipe that off, except that, well, see what happens here. Now, just make sure this is all the way down. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Okay, we'll let that dry. It shouldn't take very long. I'm just doing a dry run here. And this is the first time I'm doing it. Yeah, that looks like it's all lining up good. I'll just soften the pegs on this one in case they want to bind a little bit. I don't think they will. I'm losing my grip here. Yeah, I think that's got it. I don't think I need the clamp anymore. Just give it a little bit of a squeeze here. Yeah, we can sand this down just a little bit later. I think that piece we made yesterday plugs into that slot right there. We're almost done with this little module. No, it took me a minute to figure out how this piece is supposed to fit on here. The drawing is not too clear. It had arrows showing that it goes on here, but after looking at the painting and marking guide, anyway, when I originally put it on there, some of the glue on the inside of this had not dried yet. So I'm just rehydrating that so that it will go on all the way down. And this goes like this. No, not like that. It goes, this has to go down like that. Okay. I think we just put a little bit right in here. Let it wick its way in the crack. And, yeah. I don't think I need to add any more there. It's not going to come off. Unless maybe on this side. Yeah. Once this is all sprayed the same color. Okay, I think we basically got it here. Remember earlier I was talking about that walkthrough that I'd seen on YouTube where somebody went through a real submarine in LeBeau? Well, I found it, and I'm going to attach the YouTube link to where it starts when they start going through the engine room. Yeah, and it'll be at the bottom of the description, and by the description I mean, where it says, "This is not a tutorial." Go right down to the bottom and you should be able to click on the link and it'll take you directly to the engine room, all being well. Okay, I'm thinking that maybe I should add a little bit of moisture to our leaf there. There we go. Just I think maybe one more drop. This is just ordinary tap water. I know that water won't hurt it after all. You remember, it looked like it had drowned and it came back to life. Okay, let's put the lid back on so he doesn't crawl away. Hope he appreciates all this care. Okay, yesterday we did this section here. Today we did this section. Tomorrow we'll do this section. That'll be fast, just these two pieces. We'll probably get more done than that. Probably about 10 minutes ago, it appeared that the sun was trying to come out, but it's gone now. But the streets are still a little bit wet. It's been raining off and on all morning. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that tomorrow is 4 months to the day when Bill Cycle in Steinbach delivered my Rebel. And I was thinking I should really sit on the thing and just say, what do I think about it? What do I like about it, and what do I not like about it? And there's very little I not like about it. Actually, there's nothing wrong with the bike. The problem is me. So maybe we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. Anyway, I want to do it on 4 months to the day. Just give sort of a little review of what I think. At least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. It could be that tomorrow's going to be raining all day, and I don't know. But I'm going to wind her up here. We're pretty well done. Yeah, 2:18 in the afternoon. I think it's starting to get a little bit muggy in the house, so it must be warming up outside. Yeah, maybe I'll turn the AC on, get rid of the humidity in the house here. It's really not that warm in here, is it? No, the indoor temperature, it's only 23.9. Hey, that's not bad. 23.9. Well, it's 24.2 on this one, so that's pretty close, about the same. And the humidity, well, humidity is only 56%. I don't know why it feels humid. I guess I'm used to the dry weather. In the wintertime, it goes right down to, what is the record low? 20%. And the record high is 67%. That's not bad. That's not bad. I know I've talked about this at least several times, but when I was a kid and living in Omaha, Nebraska, it used to get so hot you could almost float a boat on the humidity. At least it seemed like that to this poor little Canadian boy who wasn't used to the heat. Okay, enough here. Yeah, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I don't think we'll be able to complete step 41 because a lot of these small pieces that you see here do have to be painted, probably the 66, before I glue them in place. Got to decide what I'm going to do with this piece that has the photo etch in it. I think I'll paint it black. If you remember, the two halves sort of folded together like this. Now I'm thinking they might look better if they were left open instead of glued shut, and then it would look like two. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me forever of the trim on a small aircraft, mainly Cessnas. And there was a trim just by down between the two seats, and it looked just like that. And you move the wheel back or forward to get the trim nose up or nose down. That was on the older ones. I think the newer ones they've got buttons on the column now, the control column. But yeah, those were the days. Everything was manual. Okay. Enough about that. That airplane news has nothing to do with the model. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, I guess it just sort of came to mind. Now, yeah, let's call it quits here for today and not try to do anything else, because what's going to happen is I'm going to get kind of behind and uptight and cross and cranky. Thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.